Okay, we're live. We're good. Not live, we're recording.
We're recording. Okay, great. Well, thanks everybody for joining for Christine and Barbara's launch. And so exciting. So my name is Tracy Cast, and I got introduced to Hempworx by my friend Joy. And she got introduced to Hempworx, MyDailyChoice, from Vinny, who's on the call tonight, who's leading the launch. So I'll just introduce you, Vinny. Vinny has been in network marketing for 12 years plus. He's gotten to the top of several companies. He's a 7-figure earner. So we're so thrilled that he started this whole Team Freedom way back, I think, in the winter. So he's produced these 2 Facebook groups for us. So the Team Freedom, that we can send people educationally, and then we have a Team Freedom. He made a Team Freedom training systems, a closed group. So you can learn all about the business and about Hempworx and MyDailyChoice. And Vinny, prior to all this network marketing, he was a New York City fireman and a New York City police officer. I think each 10 or 12 years each, right, Vinny?
Yes.
And then he got out of Staten Island, right, like 4 years ago, and moved to Charlotte. So
I did.
Now you're in the neck of the woods with Christine and Barbara. So
yes,
right? Coincidentally. So that's exciting. So yeah. So Vinny, I think I'll turn it over to you to talk about this business, this company, where it's headed, and how the guests that have come on to see Christine and Barbara's launch, how they can get involved as well.
Sure. Thank you for that, Trace, and thanks everyone for coming on. I know we're all so busy. I have 4 kids and a beautiful wife, and I grew up, and I'm not going to make it be as quick as possible. I do speak quickly for y'all in Charlotte. I do speak quickly. I can't get rid of the New York accent. I get pinned out no matter where I go. But when I grew up, it was get a safe, secure job, a city job with pension and benefits. That's what my father did. My mother's family did. Everyone did that where I lived. So that's what I was, indoctrinated into. I took every city exam. I got called for NYPD when I was 20 years old. I was a police officer. I was also in narcotics, all in Brooklyn for 11 years. And then I rolled over to the New York City Fire Department. Same pension system. Did 10 years there. When I was a fireman, Jen and I got married. A year and a half later, we started. Jen was pregnant constantly. We had 3 kids that were under 3 without twins. And, I painted myself into a corner. I was never interested in business. Not that I wasn't interested in business. I never really knew much about it. I never wanted debt and things like that. I just, money was never a thing for us until I needed it, and I had gotten a mortgage. Then I got a second mortgage on my house, and we had 2 new car payments and credit cards. I started furnishing the house and new baby furniture and going to Disney. And we got ourselves in a mess. So I got into the mortgage business, and I was doing it part-time, and we did well. Before 2007, it was a really good business. And there was a boom, especially in New York. The housing costs were high, so the loan amounts were significant. And that was a really good business. A friend of mine, another fireman, was pitching me on network marketing. I was like, everyone else, is that like a pyramid? How does that work? But he was stalking me and nagging me. And when I went to see this meeting, I had met a police officer that was, ironically, he was a police officer. He was up from Davie, Florida. And he mentioned he was making $9,000 a week. Now, to anyone, that was like unheard of. Some of my friends were like, get the hell out of here. I was like, really? How? I don't get it. And so he showed me, and I got started with that company, and my wife and I were diligent, and I learned a lot. I started hanging around with the right people instead of the wrong people, and I started reading books and things about how to build these types of businesses the right way. And we were very fortunate, and we made almost $1 million in 3 years with that company. And then I wanted to get into the energy business, and we did that. There's a couple businesses I've been involved with, and I still have passive income from 2 of them, two significant incomes. But when we lost my mom last year to cancer, I had heard about marijuana and CBD and hemp and the movement, and we all have, right? And as we all have. I wasn't necessarily interested in it. I knew it's a big thing, but when my mom had gotten sick, the only thing that gave her relief was medicinal marijuana. And I watched her pass. She was on this couch behind me a lot, and she was in our house. It was just horrific to watch it go that way. And CBD started coming up in my Facebook feed. I guess I mentioned it. Alexa picked it up. I had some people pitching me on it and calling me on it, and it wasn't until I really wanted it. I said, because I started watching. And by the way, for the folks watching, feel free to answer any questions. This is like this is like a house party. But how cool is that, though, right? We're all in our own homes, and we didn't have to get invited to someone's house. You got to clean up the house and serve. No one wants to do that. No, we feel like obligated to go to one of those things, right? To go to the house party, we got to buy something. It's cool that we do it like this, but we have a Facebook page where you can. I just put on the Facebook page that Tracy mentioned, like all the things that I saw that really got my attention. The Dr. Oz video, the cancer.gov information, the stuff on Dateline about the seizure, and all this stuff. I started like really becoming obsessed, like watching it. And so I reached out to my friend Robert Hollis, who is a guy I met over my years in network marketing. He's authored 2 books. He's, somewhat of a legend in this industry. He knows how to do it. It's documented. I will say some numbers that may, be over the top, but he has made over $53 million, and he's doing $70,000 a month right now, actually more. And so I wanted to know, why are you with this company? And I just said to him right at the bat, sign me up. And I bought the biggest, fattest package. I got myself a bunch of oil. I got the skin cream, some of the weight loss. I got a big, because I wanted, that's what I wanted to do. And so, we have a hand raised. Hello. Is that the Carlos Martinez? Is he on there? Let me know if that's the Carlos that we just spoke with a little while ago.
It's my new affiliate, Carlos. He's saying he sees us and hears us, but I don't see him on the screen.
Oh, okay. That's because you're over here. Not to say you're not the Carlos, but I was in conversation with another Carlos Martinez.
Yes.
Who's another friend of mine in the business. So I just added you, Carlos.
Thank you.
I add these folks as well. So that's what we're doing. So listen to this real quick. I said I'd be quick. I promise I will. So I bring it home. I'm adding people now. I bring home, so we get the products. Now my son, my oldest, he's never been diagnosed with anything. He just has a lot of anxiety. And then we moved, he's getting puberty. He's getting breaking out. And just he's not himself, and he's really fighting with his brothers like a lot. I have 4 sons fighting, and it's just like crazy. He's not eating, and it's a lot of us are parents here, so we know. It's like, what do I do? So we watching a lot of it, and my wife says, let's give him the oil. So we gave him the CBD oil, right? And this is before I started doing this business. And I'm not making any claims that. So he doesn't fight with his brothers that night. Jen gives it to him in the morning. Comes home from school. I didn't realize that we were having a nice dinner. I didn't realize that, no one's fighting. And he was like, hey, by the way, that oil really helped me today. He's just turned 15. Like, why would he start a conversation out of something positive at the dinner table? He's never done this before. Listen, since then, he had a great season in baseball. He's working out. He's putting on muscle mass. He's eating. I did a little finsy, like my mother would say. I said, to get him to take it, I said, if you take this, it'll help with your acne. So he's like, all right, give it to me. And it turns out it did. I didn't know it was supposed to. I knew it for the anxiety. So anyway, I put a couple posts on Facebook, and one thing led to another, and it's literally growing organically. And now I'm really like involved in this business, and I'm becoming wrapped up in it, and it's growing quick, and it's the best decision we've ever made in business-wise. So, and it led us to, to Tracy and to Deb and to Chris and so many other people. And that's kind of how it, works. And so I'll take any questions. Chris, do you want to share, because I know your friends are here. So why don't you come on and maybe share how you got started? And
Well, surprisingly enough, Deb knows my stepmom, Trish, and I had a life circumstance change where I had to be home more often. And so I was talking to Trish about what am I going to do with all this extra time that I have. And she had said, hey, Deb's in, if you're interested in CBD, you should talk to her about getting started with that. I was already taking CBD, so I'm like, yes, please, that would be great. So one quick conversation with Deb and I was in. And if anybody knows me, I love to talk. So I shared with everybody I know, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So what do you think about now, because have you done this before, like a network marketing or direct selling?
I have, a long time ago.
Yeah. What I saw, I don't know, maybe you guys want to chime into this is a totally unique setup.
Oh, it's a lot different from when I was in, I mean, I did like the whole Tupperware and house parties and
Right.
that kind of thing.
What's great here is, first of all, I mean, across the board, the testimonials are amazing, right? In fact, Deb, do you want to share anything about like, how you guys started?
Sure.
Please.
Sure.
And I'm just going to grab some water quick.
Sure. So Tracy and I know each other from a previous company where we were sidelines. We weren't directly related to each other in business, but we knew each other through our sidelines. And she reached out to me probably in April, and I was getting ready to go on a trip. And I said, I don't have time for this. I'm going away. I'm celebrating my husband's retirement. Actually, he didn't retire, but it was a surprise retirement. Surprised he didn't retire. Call me when I get back. So in May, she got back to me and I ordered the product. And within 5 days, I was blown away. I am an insomniac. I haven't slept for years, literally 2 or 3 hours a night if I was lucky. And within 5 days, I was sleeping. I was dreaming. I'm like, what's going on here? This is crazy how good I was sleeping. So in addition to that, it took a little longer, but in addition to that, I started to have tremendous relief from pain. I have bone-on-bone arthritis in my neck, really, really bad from being hit by a van 25 years ago where my spine is a disaster, and my low back also. So I was going to pain management continuously, just getting epidurals and whatever injections they could give me, and Motrin, and it really wasn't doing anything. I was just miserable. And all of a sudden, I just said to Tracy, oh my goodness, I'm not in pain anymore. How crazy is that? It just wasn't there. So that's when I decided to jump on in and do the business. I started just like he said, I put a post on Facebook. Everybody who knows me knows I don't sleep. I slept. I've been sleeping for 5 days straight. I got so many people saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's how it all started. And it's just really amazing because I think everybody who's tried the product loves it. They all have a different reason for trying it. Some are for sleep, some are for pain, some are for anxiety, but it's working for everybody. And that's what I'm excited about. There's really something in this product for everyone.
Absolutely. I'll just tell you quickly until Vinny gets back on. For me, I noticed it too. Within the first week, I was sleeping like 5 and 6 hours straight, which I was up every 2 hours for like 10, 20 years. So that to me was huge. So that really sold me, just the sleeping component. And then I had other results. Like all of a sudden I had better muscle recovery. I didn't feel as fatigued. I had perimenopausal headaches that I was taking a prescription drug for. So I stopped the drug and started the oil. And I thought, oh, I hope I'm not going to need that drug anymore. And the transition happened beautifully. I didn't have to go back. I didn't miss my prescription drug. I just started taking the oil. And then the other thing, allergy season this past spring, I couldn't believe it. I didn't take one of those, allergy pills the whole spring. And usually for 2 months, I was taking one every day. So this is the first spring that I didn't have to. And then digestion, that was another like added bonus that I didn't know was going to happen. So I was just Deb told her experience, so I figured I'd chime in while you were getting water, Vin.
No, please. No, I was watching that and I was muted and watching. Yeah. So, I mean, across the board, why don't we do this? Does anyone have any questions on anything? Like, I know there's a lot of guests on. We have a lot of folks, and I don't know if anyone shared their website. Chris, if you shared the website, because all we really do, just so we know, is if you want information, just go to their. In fact, I can show you what it looks like. You can go to the website. Let me go to what it would look like. I'll show you mine, but don't go to my website. Go to whoever.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm sorry?
I want to ask a question, but I'm not sure. Just talking to the video?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Go ahead.
It's Debbie Mangany. I'm Chris's friend. I have my own yoga business, and so I have been very interested in this, and I really have just been really busy, and Chris has kind of shared stuff with me. I was trying to probably figure out a little more on how to incorporate it into my yoga business without, overriding my yoga business. And I also have a website, and I'm all about health and wellness. And so that's what I deal with every day with people, and a lot of people with different issues. So I was trying to get the skinny on how to work it through your website, or can you link it to your website and kind of create a atmosphere for both businesses.
Absolutely. Great question. A lot of people too, when they're watching something like this, they're wondering, how would I do it? Can I do it? And how would I do it? All we do now, I would recommend, because I just had someone say something similar. He's a healthcare professional, and how would he incorporate it in his? I recommend to people, get started, get some products, use the products, watch the videos on the team page, and there's training in the back office, and you'll get a feel of how to go about it. Now, before you would do that, I would say, just invite a couple friends outside the yoga studio for now. Like, who are your closest friends? Some people that come outside of that. And then when you have a feel for it, look, people with yoga studios, gyms, chiropractors they're really crushing it, because they have a lot of.
I have a little bit of a different type of yoga business. Mine is a little more of a niche market. I do one-on-ones only, and I do deal with a lot of people that have different issues, anxiety or physical issues, and I also deal with a lot of elderly people, but some of them like our assistant living and things of that. So I can't really bring it in there. Do you know what I'm saying? But
yes.
Yeah, I want to find a way to make it work together, because I know that a lot of people are finding a lot of relief from it, and that it's really helping them.
Yes. Once you use the product, you'll want to share it. It's even better if it's one-on-one. All you would do is this, and all we do is this, and I'm encouraging folks to do this tonight, is, where's my highlighter? I don't have it. Is when you're an affiliate, right? So you sign up and you buy a pack, either a director pack or an executive pack. The reason we say that is because you get a director pack, you get 3 products and 1 free. It makes sense. This way you can try maybe 2 oils, maybe a skin cream, whatever it may be, okay? The coffee, which I love, or an executive pack's actually the better bang, because you're going to get a lot more for your money. And then you'll also, for $20 one time, you pay $20 for once, no annual renewal fee. You get 14 different websites, and this is one of them. So for the folks that are here, just if you fill out this form, first name, last name, email address. The phone is optional. It'll take you to a website that looks like this. Let me show you. Oh, hold on. It'll take you to a website that looks like this. It looks like the inside of this. Let me just opt in.
Right. I've seen some of this already. I started it, but I've just been too busy to get into it, because I actually am running 2 other businesses right now. So
Got it.
I'm running my yoga business and something else for the season. So Christine can yell at me now.
Well, so all you do is this. It's like anything else. Just go, if you go to, upgrade your position, you go here and you order, let's just say a director pack. Click it, boom. That's all you would do. And then you're in business. And then what I like about, look, I'm very busy too. Most of us are. And
right.
So I blend it into my busy life, because it's done. Like I text people my website. Then they click on it and they're in. Not to say that everyone gets in. I'm sorry?
Right. So you can link your website to the Hempworx website and have the websites not actually merge, but do you know what I'm saying? Like where I have suggested products or whatever I can't remember right now, product recommendations. So
yeah, hyperlink it right to your website. Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Chris and I kind of talked about this. I was just getting clarification on some stuff. Okay, I don't need any more questions answered right at the moment, but I will ask Chris anything else I need and go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, please do. That's why I like the meeting like this sometimes, where anyone has any questions. It could be anything, and we're an open book. And listen, so once you get started, we'll help you with like hyperlinking. If you need help with that, I can help you with that too. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Vinny, I'm sorry. Barbara is on, but she can't be seen.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't be seen because I don't want to be seen.
Not,
No,
no,
I thought-
not you, Barbara. Barbara got lost somehow.
I just added her.
Okay.
And there's also another, I can't see the name.
By the way, Christine, you look beautiful.
Thanks. Crazy friend.
I love you.
Who else is from the Charlotte area here?
So Debbie's from the Charlotte area. Brent and Jen are from the Charlotte area. Marion Hinkle's from the Charlotte area. My daughter Jess is from the Charlotte area.
Oh, wow. Because my wife and I, we live in Weddington, and we're going to start having like, we're going to start doing over in Waverly, over at Whole Foods, we're going to start just having like, you know, coffee and CBD, like meetups there.
I love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you guys live near Waverly, like near, in the area of that, or Matthews, or?
I live in Matthews.
Yeah.
I live real close to Matthews.
Great.
And Barbara, I can see your picture. You got to make yourself live, I think.
How do I do that?
Let me
Top
see.
right.
Aha. I think I got it.
You're on.
There we go.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, good to see you. So Chris, I think Chris and Barbara and Debbie, if you decide to get involved, you guys are really lucky because you have Vinny right in your back door.
You're the rock star.
Yes, and he's accessible and willing.
My wife's the rock star.
That's always true in every marriage.
Yeah, it's true.
I love you, Chris.
Hey, Chris,
I
Vinny,
noticed
this is
Drew isn't saying anything.
I'm sorry, who was that?
hey, Vinny, how you doing? This is Dan. I'm Amy's brother.
Hi,
No,
Dan.
How are you?
my brother.
Great.
What's
How are you?
that?
You're my brother.
I'm good. I'll put it on speaker here. I mean, I'll put it on my video.
That's
Hey,
funny.
so,
Amy's brother.
Amy's. Did I say Amy's brother? Oh my
Yes.
God, I'm a little tired. I started a new job today, so I'm a little spent. But I told my sis I'd be on this. Hey, so I'm not looking actually to maybe sell it per se, but I'm sort of looking to buy it, and we'll see how it goes. But I have a huge network, so in terms of funneling that business, I guess are you after trying to build the entire network through the people on this phone call? I just trying to understand what we're trying to accomplish on this.
Well, you know, what we do is we just, you know, share what's available for folks. So most people want to get started with the products, like myself. So that would be step number one. So I would say get either a director pack or just so you have the products. And then you would think about what it is that you would want to do. You maybe watch some videos on the team page. You know, if you have any questions, you could hit me up like directly on Facebook or anyone on the team. This isn't like corporate America. There's no ladder here, right? And that being said, like my objective is always, I'm into the business, you know, I'm looking for customers, obviously, and business builders. So if someone said, yeah, they're looking to, you know, build a business of 1,000 a month or 1,000 a day, that's the, you know, I'm not going to hound customers to say, hey, you should sell it. You know, people will let me know, hey, I'm interested in building this further. Like, how would we do it? And then we'll show the system, because we follow a system that, you know, it's like, it literally is paint by the numbers. And that's what we do. So what happens is, let's just say I have, you know, 20 personal affiliates and about 10 personal customers personally. So I have 10 people that say, I love the products and I'm not going to do the business for whatever reason. Even though it's funny, because a lot of times those people, they're not doing the business, but they're telling everybody about it. That is the business. But that being said, then there's 10 people who are like diligently saying, I'm looking for a secondary income for whatever reason. Pay off their mortgage, credit cards, multiple streams, aging parents, growing kids, whatever it may be, right? And so I link arms with those folks. And if those 10 people, let's just say they duplicate that, they have 10 who get 10 who get 10, you know, it turns into thousands of people. And when thousands of people, and we're all just consumers, you know, like I'm just a customer too. Tracy's just a customer that's, you know, promoting videos. So what's unique here, it's Dan, correct?
Yeah, my question for you, and it makes sense to me, I follow it all. Is there certain quotas you're trying to achieve?
No. And this is really all about helping Chris get started in her business, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Chris. What? Okay.
I told my brother it's about me.
It is about you.
I'm too competitive with my sister. I can beat her number favor maybe here in DC. I'll get this stuff going out here.
You know, it's funny too. And by the way, we have a meeting in Maryland in a week from now with these school teachers and these gals that are they're crushing it and they're a lot of fun. What's great here is you can literally out earn the person that brings you in. It happens all the time, you know, and so that's what's great. This isn't corporate America where it's like, you know, when I was a New York City cop, I could never make more money than a sergeant. Just can't do it. Just doesn't.
Yeah. Sure.
And there was a chain of command. That doesn't happen here. Everyone has their own, the way the matrix is set up. It's extremely fair.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. Yeah, I would just recommend, start with maybe a director's pack, and this way you have the products and everything else. You could pay the one-time $20 to be an affiliate. There's no renewal fee. And should you say, you know what, I like the products, I like what I see, prior to like reaching out to people and try, I would reach out to us and let us get you acclimated and tag you in the right videos to watch to see how to start it properly.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
If you don't want to do the business, you can just send everybody to Chris.
That's right. Or you, right?
I would.
Sounds good.
Here's why I wouldn't do that. Because it doesn't work well that way. You know, if they're Dan's friends, they're going to enroll with Dan. You know.
Right.
And and why not be a conduit, like a toll bridge in the middle of that anyway?
Sure.
And it still helps your sister. So. No?
Yeah, no, that's true. I do a lot with the military here, a ton with a lot of the military leaders, and a lot of these men and women, they deal with a lot besides just not sleeping. So anyway,
PTSD.
I don't mean to speak again, but you just touched a nerve here, brother, because I'm a retired fireman, and we've been through hell and back, and I've been diagnosed multiple times with PTSD, many times, and that's one of the things that got my attention. There was something on the news about it. And Hempworx was the actual brand that was shown in it. And for me personally, and this is like when a recording when I streamed on Facebook, it's helped me tremendously with that. Tremendously. So
it's good to know. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hi, Dan.
Hey guys.
Anybody else have questions?
Maybe Barbara, since you came on, we all kind of did a little intro before, Christine talked a little bit maybe, or Christine, you could introduce Barbara and then Barbara could tell her story a little bit.
So I've known Barbara for years through the music world of Charlotte, since my daughter's in a band and Barbara's husband used to be in a band. We all know each other that way. Barbara's a model locally and she does a lot of photography and she's real dynamic. So we cross paths a lot. And I sort of adopted her as a second daughter. So we were talking, she does a lot of jujitsu and she's doing, does a lot of physical work. I'm doing a lot of physical work being a trainer. So we were talking about the benefits of CBD and they wanted some. And I said, why don't you sell it? You have a good avenue to sell it and, now through your jujitsu. So she and her husband trained my son and, that's how we did payment to begin with. Trade going on so they could try some of the products, and then Barbara signed up.
Yes, I did. And I actually thank Christine for letting me, join her team and everything, because like she said, I do a lot of jujitsu. I deal with a lot of jujitsu people. Not even just jujitsu people, just the people that I know in general. A lot of them do CBD. And I mean, if I could turn them onto the product that we use and join our team, I mean, why not grow it? I mean, I'm very social. Christine could tell you that. I am very, very social. So, I mean, I figured that this would be a good opportunity for me and my family. We just lost our home to a house fire not too long ago. So this could actually help us, rebuild things as we go along.
That's a good big why,
Yeah. I mean, it's been rough. I mean, you could ask Christine. She's been there through it, the whole thing. But this could help us rebuild our lives back up, and along the lines of using CBD to help our nerves go through all of this.
Wow.
Great.
I mean, this is a great launch, guys. What I would do if I was you, I would just, book, take a night, like let's just say it's Tuesday at 9 p.m. and just, invite your friends over. This is all we're really doing. We're doing this and inviting people onto the Team Freedom page, and it's like this community. And I think it's amazing. Joy and I were speaking about it last night, and there's we were speaking about leadership development. And there's books we recommend, and it's just when I read out of books like this and my kids hear it, it's the kind of message I want to show them. And, they'll learn about free enterprise and they're getting another education while they're going to school,
I like it. I mean, like I said, the jiu-jitsu people that I deal with, they aches, pains all the time. So I tell them that I'm on it, and they're like, oh, okay, well, send us your link. We'll try the product out. And I mean, if they like it and want to join the team, oh, come on, join it. I'll give them the link.
Yeah, I would have them on. We should definitely, because, everyone's looking for both products and a passive income,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now we're recording this, right? So she could share it to her page?
Yes.
Awesome. That'll definitely help. That'll definitely help.
Right on. So any other questions, anyone? Or does everyone know how to opt in? All right, any guests? So for the folks that have guests here, just make sure that you inbox them or send them or email them or text them your link for them to put their name and email address in, and then you can help them place an order, and they can, and add them to the Team Freedom page. And for the folks that, are the guests, make sure that, you send us your questions. We'll answer them for you.
Hey, Vinny, one more question. This is Dan again.
Yes.
I wasn't able to see that screen when you brought it up before, for whatever reason. Can you just flash it up one more time?
Sure. So this is, let me share a couple things with you real quick. So this is one of the websites you get. All right. In fact, let me go here. Let me show you. This is the website. MyDailyChoice is the parent company. All right. So what happens is this. It has everything on it, the products, the company, everything. When you become an affiliate, you get a username and password. All right. And you log in. When you log in, over here on the left, you have all the training you'll ever really need. There's so much. There's all these different videos and different trainings. There's a 13-week program here, Escape the Matrix, all right? All these different things, all right? There's, how to drive traffic to your website. That question came up. There's a lot. There's a lot on, how does the opportunity work, this page, all right? How does this all work? There is everything about the products, okay? We have a travel program. So there's a lot. But these websites that you get, over here, you click on my website. It says website URLs. Like Dan, when I said you pay $20 one time, when you do that, you get all of these. So you get a sample funnel. Anyone who wants samples, it'll have your username here. So let's just say it's, Dan loves CBD, whatever it is, right? First, last name, initial, whatever, right? Your username, it'll have. So it'll be hempworxsamples.com/your username. This preferred customer site. So people that just want to learn about the products, they go here.
Mm-hmm.
The corporate website, they go here. Landing pages for pre-enrollees. And these are all these different pages. So you get all these different pages. And the one that I usually use when I'm in a conversation with CBD is this one. And as soon as someone clicks on it, as soon as it comes up, as soon as someone clicks on it, this comes up. They put their first name, last name, email, and they're tied to you. Now they're coded to you. And what they'll do, they'll start getting emails, and this is what it looks like when they get the emails. They'll have this page here. Mm-hmm. And so it's a beautiful system because it brings people right into the back office so they can look at the whole thing without even paying. It's free.
Got it. That's easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for showing me that again.
So
You're welcome.
Christine, you'll have to send your link to your brother Dan.
I have already, but I'll do it again.
Okay. The bid's up.
I'm
Christine.
a very busy.
Yeah. One thing we haven't talked about a whole lot of is not just the oils and the gummies, which I love the gummies, by the way,
Yes, absolutely.
the hair product. I bought my first bottle of shampoo and conditioner. I absolutely love it. I bought the essential oils and I love them. So I have been going through the product list, purchasing each thing, trying each thing, because I never want to represent something if I haven't tried it. There has not been a single product that I have not liked and enjoyed. So the dog gets CBD treats. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I really have gone through and tried everything. So I can personally attest to the fact that I really enjoy it. I've had the sprays, just about everything. The only thing I haven't tried yet is the travel because I haven't gone anywhere. So, but I'm trying to learn more about that.
Yeah. My wife's bugging about the hair stuff, and she's
Love
not going to just buy hair stuff, like, you know, to say, oh, I'll support your business, Vin. She's in the business too, but so I don't even use it because I know I'll get that, you know, to my hand. Don't touch that. But she loves it. We got it right away, and Jen actually, we did a live about last week about the hair products. So my wife got into a whole kit and caboodle and spoke the hair products language. So that's another thing too. And what's brilliant too, from like an entrepreneur's perspective, see, CBD is like a boom. Like this hemp is like is a boom. I mean, it's all over the media. Kevin Harrington, Gary Vaynerchuk, it's on Forbes and Yahoo Finance and Rolling Stone, Entrepreneur, Fast Company. It's Jim Cramer was just talking about it. It's everywhere, right? And so they deregulated it less than a year ago. So there's like a land grab going on right now. And entrepreneurs, this is like not a weird thing to speak to, like the busy business professional or the biggest realtor in town. So they get that language. But another thing this company's done, and this company's debt free, there's a lot of things to really look into why you'd want to like hitch your wagon to this company too. Debt free. They were just deemed the fastest growing company in the industry. They did 17% of all CBD sales in the U.S. in 2018. So and they're growing like a weed. No, so they're growing, and they're debt free. But they also launched globally, and they took the Hempworx products, the hair products, and the mantra that don't have CBD in them, so we can build in countries, literally, that before CBD goes legal there. And when it does, boom. So we're talking about having a global business with no employees, like literally. And it's literally run from our mobile device. So I don't want to take too much of a business turn, but that's something that's a big deal. And there are a lot of people that are making, you know, 5 figures, multiple 5 figures, 6 figures. The top earners making 7 figures a month here already. So there's I know that is a lot, but it's happening. And my personal sponsor is doing, over 70,000 a month. Residual. So just figured I'd throw that in there. So we're going to start stuff in Charlotte. Like Jen and I mean, we go to Whole Foods up there in Waverly all the time anyway. We're going to do that. We're going to have like CBD and coffee. And we're going to do meetings there. And we're just going to kind of chat. I just enrolled a few friends in the Charlotte area. And we're talking about businessmen, that get it. They see it. They want a piece of this land grab, And so, and a couple gals. One woman's having just amazing. She's got an amazing testimonial. She's been very sick, and so so we're gonna start doing a meetup. But 99.8% of the business is done like this online.
Love it.
So there you have it. All right.
So whoever invited you to tonight's launch, get back to them to get their particular link. So, because that's linked to the proper person that invited them.
And I really appreciate y'all showing up. Thank you.
All right, team.
Congratulations.
Thank you. If anyone needs anything, feel free to, send the questions through Facebook. Hopefully everyone joins the Team Freedom page so they can kind of, take a look at our community.
Yeah. Thanks, Vinny. I appreciate your help.
Anytime. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Vinny.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody.